are all a work in progress as men.
So many people doubted me.
I fell so many times.
So many times.
And got back up. You set the bar.
You set the tone.
You set the tone.
The odds were stacked.
The odds were stacked against us.
We weren't supposed to be here.
But we are 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 here.
K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Sprite.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal, and we have been waiting for this day for so long, day one of the NBA season. Tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers playing against the Houston Rockets. And for Houston, finally they get to see if the moves made in the offseason and the preparations of the preseason will pay off with a win here in game number one. Shaq, there's nothing quite like the anticipation of opening night. Fans have waited all summer, players have waited all summer, and finally it's here. Was opening night always special for you?
It was very special. My favorite part was what I'm about to do now, Ernie. Hello to all the fans. Thanks for joining us out there. I'm excited to see you guys. I know you guys are excited to see us. I love the fans, Ernie.
Did you always do it this way with your hands up like that?
Yeah, but you also got to put the number one up. Hello, fans. It's me again. I'm here with Ernie. We love you.
Hey, everybody.
Got to show them your number one, Ernie.
It's me. It's Ernie.
Put some bass in your voice, Ernie.
It's me. It's Ernie. I'm tossing to Kevin Harlan.
And now, your Los Angeles Lakers starting lineup. At small forward, standing 6'7", number 11, Wesley Johnson. At center, standing 6'10", number 27, Jordan Hill. Standing 6'3", number 17, Jeremy Lin. At the other forward position, standing 6'9", number 5, Carlos Jr. At guard was number 20, 6'6", High School, Kobe Bryant. The head coach of your home team. Ladies and gentlemen, your Los Angeles Lakers.
Well, we can finally say it. The NBA regular season is about to get underway. And here at 2K Sports, we couldn't be happier. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me in the booth, as always, Mark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. Tip-off goes to the Lakers. A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. Beverly and Harden man the backcourt. Terrence Jones is down low with Howard. And it's Ariza in at the small forward. Now here's Johnson. Here's Kobe. Finds the open look, and it's on target.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
A lot of times when a great player hangs it up, they take some time to find themselves or just relax. But Kobe said last season that he wants to stay heavily involved in the NBA when his playing days are over. Not a huge surprise if you think about just how competitive he is.
Now here's Johnson. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. And that one's good. Lynn's got himself on the board with 3 there.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Harden dishes to Howard. And that one's good. And Clark, for Kobe in his post-playing career, you have to think he would like to stay involved with the Lakers on some level, given that he has spent his whole career, really his most formative years with the organization.
You know, that could be true, Kevin, from a front office standpoint, but if he wants to try his hand at coaching, he might have to be open to moving around for a little bit. Off to a nice start here. They've hit all 3 from the field.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Shoots from 12. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
That time the defenders were a little lazy getting to him.
The Lakers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Lynn the pass to Johnson. Kicks to Boozer. It's stolen by Jones. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Here's Harden. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
You know, regardless of who starts the break, it seems like he's usually the one to finish it.
And that's because of how well he attacks the rim on the dead run.
Now here's Johnson. And it's Bryant at the elbow. From 12 feet out. And the shot is long.
Well, they finally miss on their 4th shot of the game. That's a good way to start things off.
Ariza kicks to Howard. Now the feed to Beverly. Ariza outside. Clock at 6. Here's Howard. And again, the Rockets good for 2.
And they're on fire. They've made 4 straight shots to get this thing going.
The Lakers trail. Hill, a screen on Harden. Bryant drives in. That is good. Bryant's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
They're off and running. Good start here. They've knocked down 4 of their first 5.
Pass to Ariza. He kicks it to Howard. Feeds to Beverly. Johnson against Ariza. And Hill with the block.
First miss of the game after 4 makes, so it's been a hot start.
And Bryant the bucket on the assist from Wesley Johnson. 8 points for Kobe Bryant. Rockets trail by 3. Beverly dishes to Harden. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, here's Howard. And that one hits back iron. Lakers have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. For 3, another 3 from Kobe. Kobe's got 11.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
One thing with the Rockets that makes them so explosive is just how efficient they are in transition. They rarely miss out on an opportunity when they have a chance to put the defense on its heels.
Lakers lead by 6. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by Howard. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Well, as far as jump shots go, that's as high percentage as it gets.
I'm not sure how that didn't go down.
Now here's Kobe. He's got 11. That one wide left.
You can see how much the defense respects him. I mean, they were all over him on that look.
Beverly with the ball. Picked up by Bryant. Harden the pass to Beverly. He dishes it to Ariza. Shot clock at 5. And Beverly kicks to Harden. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Harden's got his 2nd basket of the night. So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
looking now at some numbers for Trevor Ariza. Very nice season for him last year. Last year averaged 14 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's really been pulling his weight. I mean, we're finding his name in a lot of different columns in their box scores.
Yeah, and that's what they're looking for from him, Steve. He doesn't have to be the star, just somebody with solid contributions across a wide range of areas.
Los Angeles leading by 4. Lynn dishes to Boozer. Back to Lynn. Wants to get it to Kobe and does. Fade away. That's good. Bryant's got 13. Here's Beverly. Passes it to Ariza. In low to Howard. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Boozer. Lynn the pass to Boozer. Lynn with it. Boozer with a screen for Lynn. On the wing, Kobe. No one near him. Nice jump shot. Good. He's got 15.
They've worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
Well, if they can match that effort at the defensive end, look out.
Now, here is Harden. Here's the screen. Over to the wing. And Beverly kicks to Harden. Trains it from beyond the arc. Harden's got 7 points.
That's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
Dishes to Johnson. Now here's Lynn. Defended by Beverly. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
The Lakers winning the amnesty bidding this summer to bring in Carlos Boozer. He had a down season a year ago, but on the final year of his contract, he'll have some extra motivation to bounce back.
And for Carlos Boozer, weighed by the Bulls as they brought in Pau Gasol, but he can help this Lakers team.
Yeah, you know, he certainly bolsters their front line, and as I said, in a contract year, he couldn't ask for a better stage to showcase his game than the bright lights of L.A.
Carlos Boozer amnestied by the Bulls this offseason after 4 years in Chicago. They still have to pay his salary, Steve, but it doesn't count against their cap.
Yeah, that's been rumored for a couple of years, and it finally came true, Kevin. So a new team for Boozer, and looking to bounce back after what was one of the worst seasons of his career, at least statistically.
And Boozer last season had expressed his unhappiness with the rotation in Chicago. Passed over for the younger Taj Gibson in the fourth quarters. Gibson was seen as a more reliable defender, though, and typically coaches default to defense late in games. Boozer with plenty of motivation this season to prove his worth as far as fourth quarter minutes go.
Now here's Nash. And he makes good on the layup. And the Lakers lead by 9.
Boy, nice work inside. Tough to get that shot over a big defender like that.
No, that takes skill and creativity, Steve, particularly on the release to make sure he doesn't get a hand on it.
Here's Kanan. Here's Howard. And that one's good. Howard's got 6.
And Boozer, a rugged rebounder and interior scorer with the ability to step out and hit that mid-range jump shot. Interesting to see how he fits in.
Now here's Nash. And Bryant wide open. He shoots. The open jump shot off the mark. Now we'll go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with head coach Kevin McHale.
He said a big key for them will be containing Carlos Boozer offensively, adding, he's a player who can spread the floor with his jump shot or take you down the block, and it's tough to match his strength inside. Defensively, they'll look to keep length in front of him and limit his offensive rebounding. Sounds like a good game plan, guys. We'll see how they do it.
Thanks, Doris.
Obvious foul.
Yeah, he took a hit right there and earned those free throws.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
Well, the other thing I like is defensively, they're causing turnovers, and that's allowing them to get into transition.
First free throw is good.
Kobe Bryant last season selected by the fans as an all-star starter, but due to injury was unable to participate. That robbed him of the record for consecutive all-star appearances, which would have been 16 for him.
Randall's checked in for Boozer. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. And Kobe Bryant, 4th in career scoring.
Well, with the chance this season, if he stays healthy, to pass MJ, Michael Jordan, for 3rd all-time. What an accomplishment that would be for Kobe. Boy, this game is off to a terrific start.
No doubt, on both sides, high-octane offense.
Nash outside. They double-team Kobe. And there's Davis. That's good on the assist by Bryant. Davis has got his first points of the game.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And I would continue to do it. You know, force the defense to maybe send a double team. Now you've got other options to work with offensively.
Ariza against Bryant.
In building this lead, they've been excellent at not allowing any good second chances.
Did you see the defense get caught standing around that time, giving up an easy second chance bucket?
Simply need more of an effort on the boards there, Steve.
Randall with a screen for Nash. Bryant dishes to Nash. Pass to Randall. Shot clock at 6. Count that one. And the Lakers lead by 8.
You don't see the wide open fadeaway shot too often.
The Rockets shooting an impressive 60% early. With the teardrop, Howard kicks to Adrian. Houston moving the ball around. Cannon can't hit. LA's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. It's Nash with the drive. 23 seconds left here in the first quarter. There's the dish to Young. Shot on the wing, and there's another one for the Lakers.
I couldn't have dreamt of a much better start than what they've had here today.
Everything's worked, especially offensively, and what a lead they have already to show for it.
A nice shot by Howard.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
Yeah, and it's a strategy that has served them well in this opening half, Clark.
The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Lakers lead by 8 and will return shortly.
It's a Halloween broadcast of the NBA. LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers take on Derrick Rose and the Chicago Bulls this Friday, 7 p.m. Central Time.
And welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. More action in store as the players get ready to go, having a nice break to get hydrated with Gatorade. And Steve and Clark and I are refreshed and ready to go here as well. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, Clark and Steve, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
And I thought the key to that first quarter, guys, was the turnovers they faced with that aggressive defense.
Well, the defense, as you said, Steve, has been really aggressive, and it's paid off for them a few times already.
Rockets trail by 8, and so in the game for the Rockets. Harden out there with Jeff Adrian. Then it's Patrick Beverly. Then it's Jones. And it's Johnson in at the 2 spot. Adrian kicks to Jones. Harden outside. 6 to shoot. The pass to Adrian from 11 feet away. Harden's shot is off. Lakers leading by 8.
Well, the Lakers were coming into the season with only about $11 million in salary committed, a chance to attract 2 max free agents, but when they gave Kobe Bryant that 2-year, $50 million extension. So that seems to possibly postpone the rebuild that the Lakers have by maybe 2 more years.
A floater, and that's 2 points on the layup. Harden's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Rockets. Outside, Lin. He feeds it to Sacre. Back to Lin. Here's Sacre, defended by Jones. From 7, and that one's good. Sacre's got his first basket. And a great player like Kobe Bryant, who spent Clark his entire career with one team, he deserves to retire a Laker. He feels that way, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, absolutely, Kevin. I feel exactly the same way. You love to see guys who've had the impact on the team and on the league the way Kobe has as a box office draw and winning. You'd like to see those guys be one-team guys, and I'd be surprised if Kobe's not in that category. In 2016, though, Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant hit free agency. Might be some forward thinking going on here as well, partner.
Really did a nice job recognizing the mismatch that he had and immediately cashing in with that mid-range jumper.
Adrian kicks to Johnson. Johnson with the block. Outside, Lin. Right side, Lin. And Young, here we go. Pulls it from the elbow. Again, Los Angeles.
Well, there you go. If you're going to continue to give up open jump shots, you're not going to get back into this game.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. Kelly, he's checked in for Randall. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Kevin McHale address his team. He said their plan was run their offense through James Harden. Coach said the first thing they should be thinking about is getting the ball in his hands and letting him lead the way on each and every possession. I'm sure Coach is hoping those changes turn the tide in this game and shrink the deficit before halftime. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks. Adrian kicks to Johnson. There's the triple. And Johnson missing again. The feed now to Adrian. Harden right side. Johnson with a screen on Johnson. And the call goes against Wesley Johnson. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Outside, Jones fires from deep.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Well, James Harden is a pure scorer, but for him to get this Rockets team where they hope to go, I think he has to lead in more ways than just offensively. Really needs to set the example with his defense, his effort, and his unselfishness as well.
Kicks it to Johnson. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Shot clock at 2. Count the bucket. 6 points here for Lin.
Well, as they continue to dominate, you wonder just how much higher this lead might get.
I think it really could get out of hand, and you can credit their defense just as much as their offense for that.
And he gets it to go.
Perseverance paying off on the offensive boards, guys.
Los Angeles leading by 13.
And Harden is a great passer, but last season at times it seemed like he settled into being a ball stopper. So talented, so gifted offensively. He's an excellent offensive player when he's isolated, but this team has so much offensive talent. I think they're best served to keep that ball hopping, and that goes for any team, but clearly a team that has the weapons that Houston does.
Johnson with the block. Out of bounds, Rockets ball as Houston keeps possession. Jordan Hill, he's checked in for the Lakers.
Jordan Hill.
Pitch to Harden. Shoots. Harden missing again. And you think of the superstar two guards who have won titles over the years, whether it's Kobe Bryant in Los Angeles or Dwayne Wade in Miami, Steve, they've all gotten after it defensively.
Yeah, and I think that's where Harden has to take the next step, in my opinion. When he's locked in, he's great. You know, he's got the long wingspan, he's got the strength. It's just about having that focus and that energy, that intensity that you need at the defensive end.
He kicks it to Jones. Takes a shot at the elbow, and he hits the jumper for two. Jones has got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, he can be a matchup nightmare inside the paint.
Lakers leading by 14. And here is Lynn. He has 6. Young outside, feeds it to Hill. 6 to shoot. Off his foot, and it's whistled a kick.
Violation. Kick ball.
And here is Los Angeles now. It's Young on the wing, guarded by Harden. 5 to shoot. Shot, high post. Here's Hill. No good. So Houston will take it the other way. They'll be off next to Utah for a meeting with the Jazz. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip.
Yeah, and you know the fans out in Utah are hoping for a win. That's a big game.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down now to just 12 on the basket from James Harden. LA's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Lynn the pass to Johnson. Back to Lynn. Stolen by Beverly, all by himself. The finish, throws down the breakaway jam.
Yeah, he didn't even bother to wait around for any help on that break.
That was a one-man job all the way, Steve. He knew what to do with it and when. The Lakers last season, and this is a remarkable factoid here, folks, that was only the 6th time in franchise history, going all the way back to the 40s, that the Lakers had missed the playoffs. Obviously, Lakers fans are not accustomed to missing the postseason.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
Jeremy Lin, really an attack guard. Quick and aggressive, always looking to penetrate and get into the paint.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Davis is checked in for Ryan Kelly. Bryant comes in for Wesley Johnson. And it's Nash in for Jeremy Lin. Houston with a big group substitution here. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Jeff Adrian. Reza comes in for James Harden. Daniels, he's checked in for Johnson. And it's Cannon in for Patrick Beverly. They set the pick. Ariza kicks to Howard. And he gets it to go. Howard's got 12.
And Lynn has really become an explosive athlete. He's put in a lot of work during the offseason to develop his strength and acceleration. On a different level now than when he entered the league out of Harvard, for sure.
Passes it to Bryant. It's tipped. In low to Davis. But he gets it back. Comes up empty from 8 feet.
I tell you, the defense was right there, just waiting, doing a nice job of anticipating that play.
Steve, every team needs tough interior defense to be successful.
Cannon kicks to Howard. Inside shot. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there. And for Lynn, like a lot of slashers, Steve, turnovers have been an issue.
Yeah, that aggressiveness can work against him where sometimes he over-penetrates. He's watching a lot of film, trying to learn that balance of when to pass and when to take it all the way to the rim.
Young dishes to Kobe. The fader. And there's another one for the Lakers.
And he may be the guy to put this game even farther out of reach.
Rockets trail by 10. There's a minute 40 left in the first half. Outside, Jones. Here's Cannon, defended by Nash. 4 on the clock. A baseline J. The basket by Canaan.
And they have to mix it up defensively. That was just too easy.
1:19 left in the first half of basketball. Nash outside. He dishes it to Young. Offensive rebound. Hill. And he banks in the layup. Hill's got his first basket.
Well, it's plays like that. Hustle plays on the glass and then staying with it, being active, it really caused some problems for that defense.
Dishes it to Howard. Banked in off the glass. Howard's got 16 points.
Look at the points in the paint, the inside game. It's been very one-sided here for a while now.
Well, the defense just hasn't been physical enough at the rim. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have come from the paint.
And it's blocked.
Another shot from outside. They're not attacking. I mean, going in and seeking contact like they did in the first one, I'm not seeing that.
Well, you can't play the score. I mean, you've got to play the game, and I think they've got to continue to attack. You're right, Clark. Got to mix it up a little bit.
Los Angeles leading by 8. To the middle. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Broke out the finger roll, guys. That was kind of a stylish finish.
Los Angeles making a switch here. The Lakers have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
They have a very average shooting team in terms of the free throw line, about 76% a year ago.
The free throw is off from Bryant. Here's Canaan. Ariza outside. 1 second left, and that's going to do it. Some good defense down the stretch to end the quarter. And the first half is now in the books. Los Angeles on top, up 10. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Kobe, tell us how your approach changes when you've got teammates moving the ball and helping to create scoring opportunities for you.
Well, it makes it very easy for me. I just have to run the lane, look for opportunities to score the ball, and, it's the game's very simple.
Kobe, thanks for the time. Gentlemen, over to you.
Thank you, Doris. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of the second half in the third quarter. And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. You look at Kobe Bryant in this game, I mean, he has been... Rockets trail by 10.
Well, playing in the West can be a grind, and that's what was impressive about where the Rockets ended up. They didn't rely on their bench a whole lot. They really rode their starter.
Inside, it's Boozer and Hill. Lynn and Kobe are your 1 and your 2. And it's Johnson in at the 3 spot. That's Byron Scott's 5 as we get into the second half.
The defenders need to talk to each other. The communication lacking there on that three-pointer.
As you said, Clark, Rockets did well against the rest of the conference and really didn't have a deep rotation.
Usually that can catch up to a team, but the Rockets starters were able to stay healthy and log big minutes last year, and that's why they nabbed that 4th seed in the West.
The Rocket shooting has been just great so far, up at 56%. And Beverly kicks to Howard. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark. Well, Dwight Howard, in his words, back to having fun playing basketball last season in Houston. A younger group, more compatible to his fun-loving personality, and certainly with Harden and others, they've got a depth of talent that is very impressive. Probably the best core around him of his entire career.
And Howard, Clark, bit by bit recovering from his back surgery, which really waylaid him in the 2012.
It did, and it takes a couple of years to come back from that kind of back injury. And, you know, it did limit some of his explosiveness around the rim as a shot blocker, but he seems to be close to where he was prior to surgery now.
Puts it up from 15. Count it, and the Laker lead has been cut down to 5 there thanks to the basket from Beverly.
Perfect on their first 3 shots now. That's the way to start the second half.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Kobe kicks to Hill. Pass to Lynn. 6 to shoot. Harden kicks to Ariza. There's the dish to Howard. Here's Harden. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here. And Clark, while we have a moment, let's show you the list of players who put up the most points last year. 5th on the list, James Harden.
Well, anytime you can be one of the best scorers in the league, that's special company and something you should be proud of. It's not easy to do on a consistent basis to be amongst the scoring leaders.
Six to shoot. Tries it from the top of the key, and he drops that one in. Now it's just a 3-point Los Angeles lead.
Everything's going right now. 4 for 5 shooting, 80%. They got their offense clicking.
Lynn kicks to Boozer. It's stolen by Jones. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, as you know, Nick Young re-signed with the Lakers this past summer and couldn't be happier. Said it was always his dream to be a Laker, in fact. He said, "This is home. I would love to finish off here as a Laker. My kids get to go to school and say, my dad is a Laker, and that's big. It's a big difference than being on any other team." Guys?
No doubt about that. Thank you, Doris.
And they've been off target now on 3 of the first 4 shots they've taken in this second half.
Ariza kicks to Howard for the lead, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, you know, Dwight Howard has gone through his share of nicknames over the years, and some of his names have been self-imposed. But Coach Kevin McHale has taken to calling him Big Horse. I'm not sure. We'll see if that one catches on.
Steve, what do you think of that nickname, Big Horse, for Howard? That do anything for you?
Not really, Kevin. In fact, it's the first time I've ever heard of it. I just prefer to think of him as Dwight Howard. Does that do anything for you?
No. As you would expect from Steve, ever the straight guy.
Jeff Adrian's checked in for Houston. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time.
Well, the Lakers are in another one of those transition stages, and they've not had many in the history of the franchise. But they do need to start looking for that next superstar to build the team around. 1 for 5 on offense, a slow start here in the second half.
Lynn against Harden. Here's Adrian. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half.
As you said, Kobe's starting to get to the age where you just don't know how many years he has left, especially with all the injuries. And the Lakers need to look now to who's going to lead them in the future.
Houston moving it around. It's Harden with the drive, and there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That is his first foul of the game.
Well, I love it. He gets there first, absorbs the contact. Nice play defensively.
No flop there. He took that one right in the chest.
Robert Sacre, he's checked in for the Lakers. Davis comes in for Boozer. The Lakers in the lead. Outside, Lynn into Johnson. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Adding on to that thought about the Lakers, Clark, they have seemingly always had one of the top players in the entire league to build around.
Yeah, that's always been one of their key pillars to success. You know, Magic, Wilt, Jerry, well, I mean, you can go on and on, Elgin Baylor. And they thought they might have had Dwight Howard, but now they're in a bit of a search to find the leader to take over once Kobe is gone.
And the first one drops.
Wes Johnson, the former number 4 pick back in 2010. He was a bust in Minnesota, but he shot better in his 4th season. And once he was moved to kind of a small 4, like the shooting power forward spot, he really found a niche for himself.
He's off on the second. And Wesley Johnson has always been impressive physically. Great size, terrific length for a wing, quick off the floor.
Yeah, he's got all of those ingredients, but his ball handling has been a bit mediocre, rather pedestrian, and I think that's held him back offensively.
Outside, Lynn, Davis, the pass to Bryant. Lynn against Harden. Bryant drives in, fades and shoots, and it's in off the backboard. Bryant's got 22.
You know, he's got a quick trigger from that range when he senses that the defense has backed off.
Harden dishes to Howard. Kicks it out to Ariza. From outside, off the mark.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, he had a really good look. I mean, he'll knock that down more often than not.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
It's Ariza on the wing. He's looking for Howard and finds him. 7-foot shot, and he gets it to go. Howard's got the lead up to 1 now for the Rockets.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
Davis kicks to Bryant. That's good. Bryant's got 4 this quarter. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, it's been a really good game for sure. I mean, it looks like it's going to stay tight throughout.
Yeah, very competitive action. I agree with you, Clark. I mean, this one could come down in the last few minutes the way it looks.
And he gets it to go. That's 7 points for Ariza.
Gotta love this team's grit. After trailing early, they have fought all their way back here.
You know, they could have gotten down on themselves when they were down earlier, but I like the fact they never gave up, guys.
Davis setting the pick for Lynn. On the wing, Bryant. 3-pointer. Again, the miss by Bryant.
Well, with that much space off the pick, you've got to drop that in.
Yeah, you got to make that one. I mean, that's a high-quality shot you should make 9 out of 10 times.
Ariza with the bucket.
Not too many of those shots were dropping for him in the first half, but it's been a different story here in the second.
Lakers trail by 4. Timeout called the Lakers.
Patrick Beverly is absolutely a hound dog defensively. He's got so much pit bull in him and how he goes about defending people at that guard spot. He's not a big playmaker or scorer. He's basically a 3-point shooter and a defensive specialist.
And the Lakers with some changes. Randall's checked in for Sacre. Young comes in for Johnson. And it's Nash in for Jeremy Lin. Houston also making some changes. Daniels, he's checked in for Jeff Adrian. And it's Cannon in for Patrick Beverly. Nash outside. Now Young inside. Good, and the assist goes to Nash. Young's got 8. And Patrick Beverly, a nice find for the Houston Rockets, makes an ideal pairing with Harden in the back.
Yeah, he sure does, Kevin, because he's tough, he's defensive-minded. He's a good complement to Harden, and I think any team in the league would love to have him just because of that toughness and that competitive desire.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Yes, during that break, Coach Byron Scott had some words for his team. He said very simply, let's open things up and let's keep them open. Let's keep gunning and get the defense on its heels. Perhaps the rest of the second half will look different after those adjustments, Kevin.
And thanks for that story, Doris. Nash kicks to Randall. Outside Bryant. And there's the pass to Nash. 6 on the shot clock. Rejected by Howard. Daniels kicks to Harden. Here's Kanan. 7 points in the game. Ariza has the open look. That 3 off the mark. Lakers trail by 5. Nash the pass to Randall. Young dishes to Nash. He feeds it to Davis. Outside Bryant. 11 feet away. Can't get it to go. Harden with the defensive effort. Rockets leading by 5. Daniels with it. Guarded now by Nash. Daniels kicks to Harden. And there's the feed to Howard. Right block shot. And Houston again with the bucket.
I tell you, he's really carrying a lot of the load offensively, and that's almost always good news for them.
LA has gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Young passes to Bryant. And that one's good. Bryant's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Harden dishes to Ariza. Kicks it to Howard. Davis against Ariza. Pass to Daniels. Back to Ariza. Right at the free throw line. Good as the jump shot falls. Ariza's got the lead up to 7 out for the Rockets.
Boy, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
Nash kicks to Davis. Left side Davis. Back to Nash. Lets it go from 11, and there's Bryant. That's good on the assist by Nash. That's 28 points for Kobe Bryant. Rockets leading by 5.
You know, with the time left, they can trade 2 for 1 here.
If they hurry.
Feeds to Harden. He kicks it to Howard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 3. Ariza with another miss.
You know, not only is the game neck and tight, but the rebounding battle is too. Extremely close on the board.
Yeah, both teams have really put in a terrific effort down low.
Kobe with the steal. The shot is up. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Rockets lead by 5. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports.
Tune in for a scary night of basketball. Halloween in the NBA. Marc Gasol and the Memphis Grizzlies go up against Paul George and the Indiana Pacers this Friday, 7 o'clock Central.
Lakers trail by 5. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. So on the floor for Houston, Terrence Jones is down low with Howard. Then it's Harden. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's Daniels in at the shooting guard. Boozer, no good.
Terrific defense at the rim. They got right in his path.
You know, that's part of what great defenders do. They get not only in your path, but in your head a little bit, too.
And taken away by Johnson, and it's the Lakers on the break. Young's running, and he jams it with authority.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Now here's Beverly. 6 on the shot clock. No good. Hill with some nice D. And Los Angeles guys shooting it really well. 54% from the floor. The offensive rebound. Shot's good by Boozer.
Love the way he fought for that putback. You know, he's willing to put in a lot of hard work in this game, no doubt about that.
Harden the pass to Howard. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
We watched Howard play some great basketball. He's got 15 rebounds, and he's also got 1 block to add to the mix today.
Yeah, it's just a small part of what's been a solid overall contribution by him defensively.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Rockets?
They really excelled with their backs to the basket throughout the game, guys, dominating the post.
They've also been pounding it inside tonight and coming away with a lot of points in the paint. I call those PIPs.
Well, the Rockets, wouldn't you say, are really to be commended, Clark, for rebuilding this team without tearing it down to the studs, or tanking, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely, Kevin. I mean, they've improved dramatically with Harden and Howard. But this is a team that's held the winning record in the West now for 8 straight seasons. That's pretty impressive.
It is. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
And the Rockets showed great patience and planning over time, freeing up cap space, acquiring young assets. That enabled them to trade for James Harden and, of course, attract Dwight Howard in free agency, too.
Young dishes to Hill. Johnson outside. Good on the triple. And the Lakers lead by 1. Guys, what a game. 8 lead changes here.
Yeah, nobody giving up any ground either way, fella.
And don't be surprised if this comes down to the final possession. It just kind of has that feel tonight, doesn't it?
And this Rockets team, for all of its success, is still young, still developing that chemistry, but make no mistake, they've elevated themselves from playoff contender to potential title contender. I think exciting times are certainly in store in Houston.
Boozer kicks to Lynn. Yes! And the foul. It's going to be on James Harden.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
Yeah, they have the defense on the run right now because every pass seems to have a purpose. They're getting great movement, great spacing, and they're really lining them up defensively.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Lakers.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
And then look at the points in the paint because they're really winning that battle tonight.
Outside, Jones. The putback, and it's slammed in by Howard.
That kind of putback turns a simple rebound into a highlight play.
He assaulted the glass to the right, then assaulted the rim.
Yeah, now that's getting the job done on the board.
Lynn kicks to Boozer. And there's the call on Howard. And a wide open look for Lynn. And another 3 for the Lakers.
Yeah, and that's his first 3 and a half. There may be more in store.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. Now Harden. Jones with the screen on Johnson. Harden the pass to Jones. Right wing. Here's Beverly. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
With the success they've been having from the 3-point line since halftime, I'll bet you that scoreboard starts to look a lot different real soon.
Of course, they have to stay hot, but if they do, I think you're right, Clark, particularly if they can convert defense into offense.
The drive by Hill. Good. And the Lakers lead by 4.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, I mean, they're just getting pounded in there. The defense not offering much resistance. They've got to force the ball back out to the perimeter.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture. Clutch.
Los Angeles calls timeout. A lot of strange things happened last season, but one of them was having a playoff bracket with no Laker presence.
Well, don't expect that to happen very often. I mean, it's rare when that is the case. It's been a while since they were completely left out of the playoff picture, and that's not going to be the norm going forward.
And the Lakers making a change here. Ryan's checked in, and a switch here also for Houston. Ariza's checked in, and let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Byron Scott coaching his team during the break. He told his team to keep looking for three-point opportunities, saying their perimeter defense isn't doing a good job getting out on our shooters. So let's keep firing away until they decide to guard us.
And thank you, Doris.
For the Lakers, it was the first time since the 04-05 season that they didn't play postseason basketball.
And the jam by Harden. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Yeah, and actually still too close to call. I mean, this one is tight.
This could be an instant classic, fellas. I mean, this thing has all the looks of a game that's going to go right down to the last shot.
Back to Lynn. Shot clock at 6. And Bryant wide open. He shoots. And again, no good by the Lakers.
Well, the Lakers are a franchise that not only expects to play in the postseason, but they anticipate and expect making deep runs into the playoffs and ultimately winning championships. They have the means, the resources to get back in that position in a hurry. So I'll tell you what, I wouldn't feel too bad about their postseason streak getting broken.
Lakers trail by 3. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Boozer dishes to Johnson. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Well, those could be an important 2 points, too, guys, in a close game like this one.
Outside, Lynn passes to Bryant. Back to Lynn. Kobe against Howard. Pulls it up. Off the left rim and out.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might well tell the story in this one.
And that should tilt things toward them. I mean, they've been winning that battle.
They've stepped up their three-point shooting game in the second half. They're letting it fly out there with reckless abandon.
Now they're feeling confident, and they're in a good flow offensively, so why not just keep firing from out there?
Boozer kicks to Bryant. Back to Boozer. It's stolen by Jones. And it's Houston on the break. Here's Beverly. Rebounded by the Lakers. Boozer's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Lynn the pass to Johnson. To the inside. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Terrence Jones was part of the 2012 championship team at Kentucky with Anthony Davis, and in year 2 with the Rockets, stepping into the starting role at power forward.
And Jones able to play on the perimeter a bit to create space for Dwight Howard inside. A former point guard in his younger days. He's a good ball handler, but his passing and shooting still a work in progress.
The free throw drops for Kobe. And Terrence Jones listed at 6'9" with a 7'2" arm span. Those numbers tell you he plays bigger.
He really does. He's strong on both backboards. He brings some shot blocking presence, and he's still really young and starting to put it all together. But I love his potential, and I like the progress he's shown to this point.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
You know, there's always a little hesitation with newly formed, star-loaded teams. We wondered if the Rockets would click early last year. They did, and ended up with the 4 seed out west.
Timeout called the Rockets.
The Rockets made it in as the 4th seed last year, but still couldn't find a way past Portland in the first round. It ended up falling to them in 16.
Howard with it. Jones sets the pick for Howard. He dishes it to Harden. Trying to find Jones. He gets it to him.
Well, you allow them to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, I think you got to foul them, and free throws are better than a layup.
At the line for the Rockets, Terrence Jones. Taking 2 shots.
That one is off. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. Kobe goes in. Here's Lynn. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. That's on Dwight Howard.
Unbelievable basket. What a huge height disadvantage. I thought for sure it would be blocked.
Not this fella, Steve. Not at this stage of the game. He was going to get to the rim no matter who was standing in the way. Well, Jeremy Lin has been getting it done. He's got 14 points, and from downtown, he's buried 3 three-pointers.
Yeah, when he's been able to get squared up and get a good look at the basket, it seems like everything's been going in.
They're doing a great job here in the second half. They've brought their free throw percentage up quite a bit, and that's winning basketball. That's one of the ingredients in winning basketball. Good free throw shooting.
Looked to me like the defender didn't get squared up and get his feet set.
Good work by the officials. A nice call. That play can be tough to judge sometimes.
And so here is Houston. Ariza outside. Dishes to Harden. Houston moving it around. From the low block. Another miss by Houston.
After fighting back into it, they had a chance to tie this thing up.
Steve, I love it. They are not going away. They've brought it close right now.
And the bounce pass was the key to the play.
Here is Harden. Outside, Jones. Pass to Howard. Banked in off the glass. Howard's got 13 points in the second half.
Well, he's found his game and his rhythm this quarter. He's gotten into a nice groove.
Lynn dishes to Johnson. Here's the pass to Kobe. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Shooting for Los Angeles, Kobe Bryant. At the line for 2.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
Kobe having just a fantastic game. 31 points, and he's done his job at the charity stripe. He's gotten 4 of his points from there.
And that's a good place to get them. You know, they don't come easier than that, but you've got to get yourself there first.
And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ballgame.
You just knew he wasn't going to miss there, not with so much riding on him.
Timeout called the Rockets. They're down by 4. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter of this one. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. Harden kicks to Beverly. Jacks up a 3. Hill pulls it in. Hill's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
Poor shooting from him this quarter. His shooting percentage nowhere near where he'd like it to be.
Here's Beverly. Drills the three-pointer. Beverly's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Rockets.
That's not the way for a team to get back into a game by giving up easy shots like that. It has to start at the defensive end.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're up by 1. 1:31 left in the game. And here is Bryant. Hill, a screen on Harden. Bryant drives in.
Shooting for Los Angeles, Kobe Bryant. At the line for 2.
Gets the first. Matt will put them up by 2.
You know, they've really improved at the line from the first half. Things have gotten a lot better. They've gotten there a good number of times, and they've converted a high percentage of it.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
Well, he didn't waste those opportunities, and that's just what they needed with the game this close.
Ariza kicks to Harden. Harden left side. The dish to Jones. And, yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
And a lot of contact right there. I think the officials are making the correct call here. And this sort of call, of course, always about protecting the players. You can't allow unnecessary contact, and sometimes the players let the emotion get the best of it. And you make a foul like that, it's going to be enforced every time.
You know, see, I don't think many people would disagree with the stance that it's a very important objective to make sure everything is done to limit any sort of unnecessary contact. And so Jones nails both of them.
Take a look at what Jones has done. He's got 8 points, and the steals are starting to pile up for him also.
They sure have, and clearly he's gotten in their heads because of it, Clark. You guys are looking over their shoulder now, always worrying about where he is.
Harden kicks to Beverly. He feeds it to Ariza. Now here's Beverly. D right on him. 6 to shoot. Shot on the wing. Here's Howard. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
And they forced the miss with that good defensive rotation. They're playing well together as a unit.
Bryant with it. He's picked up by Ariza. Back to Bryant. Now the feed to Lynn. Back to Bryant. With the fadeaway. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
Oh, no, you hate to see that. Those are just the kind of errors that can cost you in a game like this.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're behind by 1. 16 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
Well, you've got the luxury here of running a play, so you want to do something that you're very comfortable with.
Absolutely, Steve. I mean, no need to panic whatsoever. I mean, they're in a very good spot right here.
Here's Beverly. Harden outside. Kicks it to Beverly. For the win. Oh, he knocks it in. A beautiful buzzer beater.
Just in time.
A lightning bolt to win it at the buzzer.
That is incredible. A sensational finish to a sensational game.
So it's a narrow victory for the Rockets, pulling it out for the W. And Clark, you know, it was quite a nail-biter.
Yeah, it was tight. Their guys were able to come up with big plays down the stretch, and that's the difference.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Gentlemen, I'm here with James Harden. Congratulations on the win, James. And what did it take for the team to make the push necessary to put yourselves in position to win tonight?
Just being aggressive. I told my guys on the court that we had to make a run, and it had to be a good one. Defensively, we did a pretty good job down the stretch. We got some shots to fall, and we came up with the victory.
It was a decisive run, James. Thanks for the time. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Doris, for that. And now for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan saying, see you next time, as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Dwight Howard.